Now we're going.
Wow. It tells me.
Exactly.
You can't pull bullshit on me. All right.
No, that's exactly
I'm leaving meeting.
no, never that. I'd never get you caught, Mark. I promise. But
that it must be a problem then. Obviously recording. So, do you edit the recording like you just cut off this bullshit I'm talking about?
I mean, like if you want me to, then I definitely
basically
will.
Hello everybody.
Yeah. Like that's exactly why I started off last episode with Mark. Like, oh shit, did you hear that too?
Wait, this is becoming your thing now.
Yeah. It catches me off guard every single time, especially with my headphones hooked up to the speaker. It's really fucking loud. So I hear recording in progress, like just booming through my ears, and it always gets me.
No, but I learned something today that no motherfucker can record me without my knowledge. And we are allowed to curse on this because I curse like a fucking sailor. Oh, I did it again.
Let's do it. This is Potty Mouth Central.
Yeah, it's really funny actually because I don't like cursing on stage because I think it sounds unintelligent. Okay. Or I think the N-word too. Obviously, I don't say it, but if you're a black comedian, because it's just like for a punchline, occasionally it really works, but people are like, "Fuck this, man," and then I said, "Fuck that," and this and that, and it's just not funny. It's overused.
Yeah, no, I get that too, actually. Like especially when I'm writing and stuff like that. What I learned in a playwriting class when I was in high school was curse, but with intent. You know, like like if you're gonna curse, don't just write fuck, shit for the comedy of it. Because sure, that may be funny like once or twice. Yeah. But like to just do it consistently over and over and make like every third word a curse, unless it's like how one specific character speaks, it's not really tasteful because it kind of gets old, you know?
Yeah, my parents hate me cursing, obviously. They're old school. I'm always around, hey, shit, Mom, you know I fucking love you. All right.
Oh, man. My dad... Yeah. But my dad was a sailor, so he's
fine. He can curse anything.
Oh, God. Yeah, my dad curses like crazy. Even to this day, like, it's crazy because when I was growing up, he wouldn't allow me to curse, like, when I was talking to him. He would always curse, like, back, though, like, regardless of whatever he said. And then as I grew older, he finally allowed me to, like, curse with him and not be like, hey, you can't say that, or hey, watch your mouth.
Were you meek? Like, in LA when you first time?
I tested the waters. I'd start off with like the low intensity words, you know. I'd say like, damn,
you're a butthole.
Yeah. Or like I'd say like ass or asshole or something like that, or like jackass or douchebag. And then like I kind of stepped up the ladder a little bit. And then as I got older, like, excuse me, I think when I was a senior in high school is when I finally felt comfortable enough saying the word fuck, at least around my dad. My mom, no, it still wasn't.
She didn't fucking care.
He did not fucking care. Oh, man. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
My bad.
Oh, no. Don't worry. It's all good. That was a great cold open, honestly. I appreciate when we do stuff like that. When we just like... We just start off with the combo.
We talked before, and I warned them. I just start going, and I'm a piece of shit. So just tell me to shut up if you want me to shut up.
Don't worry. If anything, they can always hit pause.
That's hilarious, though.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
No, but I did want to ask you a question because I listened to the episode with Mark, and,
sure.
And I really enjoyed it. I learned a little about you. When I heard you were born in '99, I'm like, fuck, I'm way older than I was fucking flunking out of first year of college in '99. No, but you talked about, did you grow up in Queens? Because I knew you liked the Mets. Or
no.
You don't have to say if you don't want to know.
No, it's okay. I'll do that and then I'll get to the intro. I am, my family, when I was born in Manhattan, but my family was living in a home in Queens at the time. My dad was always a Mets fan, though. His father was a Mets fan before him. So I kind of just, I grew up bleeding blue and orange, you know? But most of my life, if not like 98% of it, was spent living in Brooklyn.
Oh, good. So you are currently residing in the borough of Brooklyn, the borough of Kings.
Yes. Where I lay my head happens to be in the political borders of a place known as Kings or Brooklyn.
I
exactly.
don't know why I'm so scared. I was like, just say, oh, so you live in Brooklyn now. I wasn't given a neighborhood.
Yeah,
Brooklyn's fucking huge.
Brooklyn is giant. I'll leave it up to the viewers, but I'll let you know when when we're done recording. It's insider info. I can't dox myself on the web. My cat.
Oh, that's good.
My cat's decided to make an appearance.
Holy shit!
Hello there. His name is. Do you want to hear his full name?
Yeah.
His full name is Astronicus.
Wait. Let him tell me. All right, I'm just joking.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry, Papa, you cannot do that. His full name is Astronicus Trotsky Quinones Ortiz the Great. That's my boy, my child.
Yeah.
Birthed
because I'm a huge cat lover, even though I can't have any in here. But I don't like dogs because I can't see that well. I almost tripped over one last night.
Oh, wow.
Cats to me are easy. I don't need something that loves me. Just do your thing. I'll pet you every once in a while.
Yeah.
Dogs. What did you get him though? He's young.
Yeah, we got him. Hold on.
Put him on the spot.
I know when. We got him in February or March. I think it was March.
Okay.
March. He was born in February. We got him when he was like
what?
When he was 5 weeks.
I don't feel like doing the fucking math.
No, he turned 5 months just last week, the 18th through the 19th.
Please tell me you didn't have a birthday party.
Oh no. That's when he finally reaches 1 year, when he reaches like prime kitten age.
Oh, okay. Age. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. But I think that it's the 19th. Amanda, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. Because she always gets on me for not knowing our child's birthday. So
yeah, I'll let you do the open too if you want.
Yeah, no, it's good. Don't worry, shit happens.
Oh, you sure? I started leaning back for some reason.
Yeah, no, I'll start it. Hey everyone, welcome. If you're here, you know me. My name's Enrique, and next to me is my good friend Miller Mark. Mark is a comedian out of New York City, and he's been a good friend of mine for a very long time. He's one of the most genuine people I know. And he, honestly, I wish I could tell you guys how funny he was. You're going to see, don't get me wrong, but if you've had the pleasure of experiencing a Miller Mark set live in person, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And we're going to bring that here to you today. So without further ado, Miller Mark.
I'm going to start off by crying. All right, that was such a great intro, man. That's the best intro I think I've ever gotten.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. And this podcast is special to me because the first podcast I ever did was your other one with Matt. Is it Matt?
Yeah, Matthew.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever did it. And I just started I just had seen the Batman movie. By the way, we're allowed to reference the other podcast, right?
Yeah, go right ahead.
You don't have like a blood feud with your what is it, the Montagues and the Capulets?
Oh no, nothing like that. We've no children. Nobody in love with each other. We're still very good friends.
Yeah, no, but it's special. I save a lot of special events in my calendar, and I have that. I think it was October or something. It says like first podcast ever.
Yeah,
so when you asked me to do it, I was like, hell yeah, no.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Also, I forgot. I didn't forget. I had this opening joke, but I just started fucking talking and forgot the joke. When you first asked me and sent me like the name of it, I thought it was Enrique's Entrees. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know how to cook. I'm like, what the fuck? I like to eat, but not cook. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
No, shit. You're not wrong. Entree, entry. They're very close to each other. But holy shit, no, that's really funny. I honestly never even saw that.
I was like, shit, I gotta tell him. For like the first hour, I was looking, or not hour, but first, I subscribed to you on Apple Podcasts. I was like, okay. Enrique's Entrees. I was like, it's not coming up. Yeah, man. So. I'll shut.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I was coming down from my laugh high. But yeah, no. I'm really glad to have you back on, Mark.
I was saying I listened to your last podcast. Shout out to my other boy, Mark. But it was really interesting because I've always said I grew up liking rap, but it was way before your time. Like, I was what was I like junior, senior in high school during the whole East Coast, West Coast thing because I'm 40. So, but I always felt guilty because I love New York. I grew up outside of Baltimore. I always wanted to move up here. And the minute I was like 23 when I moved to New York.
Nice.
But I was always felt guilty because I actually liked Tupac's songs better because I liked how hard they were or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn it, I have to side with the New York Biggie. So it was really interesting to see the parallels. I mean, I always say there's parallels between rap and comedy because it's wordplay. You have to choose the right word to make laugh. It was just a really interesting conversation that everybody should check out. It was a really good podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I want to say.
Yeah, no, definitely. We can definitely expand upon the correlation and the relation between. That's the same word. The correlation and relation. They're the same fucking thing.
It doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, we can.
I fucking do that. Now I told him I just refreshed your memory about the stroke. There's certain times, and you might notice. I don't know. I sometimes forget what the word I want, so no worries.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing fine, everybody. I've been told I have to make it more positive with my set, but my set really improved. It actually improved my life big time. Having a stroke.
That's amazing. I'm gonna put applause right here, so you can go ahead and. No, I'm serious because I'm glad that.
I can't wait to re-listen.
I'm glad that you.
But there's certain times I've been learning certain deficiencies I have. So if I stumble a couple times, I apologize to everybody. I had a fucking stroke.
No worries, man. Trust me, no problem whatsoever. If anyone has a problem, fuck them.
This one is definitely getting NA. Is it NA 17 rating or
NC 17? Yeah.
See, there's the brain again.
It's okay. You were 2 letters away. You were close.
That's hilarious. No, actually, I don't like making fun of it after I was told, like, your set is really funny, but 70% of the audience has a personal experience. Either their grandmother died from a stroke, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
I got to keep looking at you because I keep looking at the camera because I do a little acting. But then I'm like, wait, I can't see. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm talking. I just got to treat it like a fucking conversation. No, but they were saying.
All podcasting is.
Like 70% for everybody out there has had a personal experience with strokes. Wow. So I had to tweak it a little and be it really changed my life and positive and then make fun of it. But I'm making fun of my situation. I'm not making fun of it, but people get pissed, you know? And I don't want anybody fucking sad when they're seeing me perform, you know?
Yeah.
I tell a lot of younger comedians, one, that half the crowd's female because a lot of young male comedians oh, and then I was shitting my pants. Ha 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 ha. I'm like, you realize half the audience is women. You got to write your humor to women more because you know how to make men laugh. I'm really excited because I have this bit and this really talented female comedian I've become friends with, Kate Herman. I'm going to bounce some ideas off of her that pertain to like nice guys. And I'm a genuinely nice guy. There's a lot of fake nice guys out there. So it's going to be really funny. Everybody come out and see me now.
Go out and see Miller Mark.
Yeah. And no, I fell in love with you when you came to a show rocking that old Mets jacket. I was like, I love this dude. I liked you, but that's when I started loving you.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Hey, I always got a rep. Always got a rep.
I'm a season ticket holder, and I'm going to invite you right here, so you'll.
Oh shit!
But
Thank
in
you.
The playoffs, when we make the playoffs, hopefully, I'll take you to a game so we can just take it all in.
Thanks. I'm gonna knock on wood right now. That was my desk. The Mets will be making the playoffs, no doubt about it. But
as long as DeGrom can get back soon, all right. We don't want to alienate our Yankee fans. So.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen.
Fuck the Yankees. All right,
fuck the Yankees. No matter what, an argument with a Yankee fan is pointless because they'll always harp on the fact that they have 27 rings. Okay, that's great. Your team was amazing 20 years ago.
I always say is, especially for you, your argument should be, how many were you alive for? Because, I mean, technically, is yours only one? If you were a Yankee fan, would it only be one 09?
Yeah, they only have 09. They won in 2000? Did they win in 2001?
Oh, and 99. Well, they beat the Mets in two. That's right,
Yeah.
99, 2000, 09. So 3. But come on, you had just come out of the womb for one of them.
Yeah,
The other one, you were like, not even a year. When is your? Now I'm giving all your info. When is your birthday? What month? I don't want a day.
No, it's okay. So when the Yankees won in 09, I was 10.
Okay,
I was 10.
Cool.
Yeah. In 2000, I was a fetus. So, yeah, I have no recollection of that whatsoever. I actually didn't know that happened until
I went to the clincher. It was terrible because I thought Piazza hit the ball out off of Mariano Rivera.
Yeah.
And then Bernie is like, catches. And then also from the podcast, I found out that you're Puerto Rican. So maybe you like Bernie. No, but that was another thing I wanted to reference. Because I've had friends of friends, like my sister's friend. Well, so my sister's friend, not friend of a friend, but I'm good with her too. She's Japanese, and they were walking around up here in Chinatown, and some lady came up to her speaking Chinese, and she doesn't speak Japanese or Chinese, so it was like she didn't know what. So I really, when you said you're not fluent in Spanish, I was like, oh, that's right. My sister's friend, Anne, I'll give her fucking name away. Give her a shout out. Phenomenal yoga teacher. All right,
shout out to Anne.
Don't fucking watch this.
Phenomenal yoga teacher.
Yeah. I mean, watch this from like anybody's gonna watch this that knows her is what I said. The first part was nobody's gonna watch it, which is terrible. Now everybody's gonna watch it.
Everybody watched the video and listen to the audio.
Shit, that was pretty mean. But no, but the stroke, obviously, there's so many benefits, but I got passed at the comic strip recently. It was May 18th, I believe. Had a lot of people from where we met. I don't know.
The place at which we met. We'll keep it like that.
Under that bridge as lovers. I don't know why I went there.
Don't tell them
that went way too fucking far. This podcast will be so goddamn inappropriate, you're going to have to just throw it in the trash. No, but I got passed, but if this could only happen to me, the club might close due to different rumors. So the first club I get past closes. Like friends of mine that are comedians are like, don't get past at any other club.
What does it mean to get past?
You get regular. You don't have to bring anybody. Like you.
Oh, okay.
And you get regular spots, and they're like, "Hey, we need you at 10:20." Okay. I was passed for late night spots, is where you kind of what is the term, like with the teeth, where you kind of when they're talking about somebody earning their way. I can't remember the saying.
The grind.
It's kind of how you earn your way.
Yeah, like grinding.
Like Chris Rock used to bust tables to get minutes late night, stuff like that. Yeah. It's a lot of, I actually love seating the audience because I get a spot and I like that stupid shit, but people are assholes. I don't want to sit by the stage. I'm like, we need to fill in the seats. I'm like the nicest dude. They're fucking walking all over me. I'm like, you realize I'm not getting paid for this shit. I'm here for the 5 minutes on stage, man. But so I'm just telling you, I've actually got selected for the Baltimore Comedy Festival. So,
oh shit! Nice.
Yeah, so everything.
More applause.
I would get up, but I'm only in my underwear.
No worries. You see, this is what happens. This is the Zoom age now. Like honestly, like when I do work appointments, I'm not always like dressed up or in a blazer or anything. I mean, like from the top, yes. The down, not always. Not so much. I mean, most of the time, yeah, but on the occasion, I'll just be like in shorts or something like that, Yeah. Like I won't be in my underwear. Not that I'm willing to admit.
Well, see, I do. I sit around in both chairs. I got a recliner over there. Like going over my iPad, I read in the morning.
Nice.
I'm an educated man.
Yeah,
I want to just focus right in here. By the way, I forget some people listen to this. I'm being an asshole on the camera. Just that's. But so stuff. Oh no, I was gonna make a Jeffrey Toobin joke. Did you hear about what he did?
Yeah,
I don't want to rehash it. Look it up, everybody.
Yeah, just search up Jeffrey Toobin, New Yorker, and you'll see what we're talking about.
Leaked photos. All right, might be more than you bargained for. I'm just kidding. I just don't get why was he doing that. Like, yeah, man, I don't even want to go into that. No, but
to be a fly. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I'm a known interrupter. But no, the Baltimore Comedy Festival, September 1st to the 6th. So if you're in the area, and then I'm working with a lot of creative people to do different projects. So I'm just so happy and excited. And I'm actually writing material because, like I told you in the other podcast, I battled depression. Like I should have, it was probably technically clinical depression for 20 years, but I got over it naturally. I should have used drugs a long time ago, but the joy that it brings you, I'm like happy to be in the DMV line, I'm just like, yes, I'm happy, All right, number one. All right, I got 4 more hours. It's fine. And I'm sure because people are fucking miserable, especially in the comedy world, they probably fucking hate me. I don't even give a shit,
Yeah, man.
That's actually what you guys were talking about. I've reached that point, and Mark is 100% right on. You just do what you think and not give a shit about. It's like, as long as you're happy with what you did,
yeah,
the haters can go fuck themselves.
1000%, man. I could not agree more.
The problem is, if you don't think you did 100% or whatever, you kind of half-assed it, then it's just like, well, that's on you,
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. I think that especially when it comes to like be somebody who creates art, like you as a comedian, me as a writer and a podcaster, like Mark as a rapper and a producer. I think I've mentioned it. I think I mentioned it in my first podcast.
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt. You might have to do the black Mark, because I was like, I'm a rapper? It was just, I was like, wait a second, I don't rap. Now, all right, go
on. No, what I was saying is that with you guys that I've sat down with, and my friend Jason as well from the first episode, I think in that one I said, being an artist is like, you really got to allow yourself, or at least learn to be okay with opening yourself up to anything that people say to you. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with what they say, but just understanding that kind of comes with the territory, because we're bearing our souls, like we're putting ourselves out there.
Because every joke I write has a kernel of truth, no matter how stupid it is.
Yeah.
Like I do a bit about, what the fuck is it, where I made a joke to the doctor while I was in the hospital, and she asked about HIV tests. When I researched, I'm like, you can get HIV from needles. So it wasn't that funny for a heterosexual man to get HIV. So I changed it to STD. But the joke is, I made a joke. She was like, do you want to get a STD test? And I said, no, that's all right. It's been a slow year. And I really thought she would explode into laughter. And then later, and this is all part of the bit, later I checked the Mount Sinai Health Network, and under sexually active, it says not currently. I'm like, I didn't know it was for official documentation. And then I say a couple other jokes after that. But it was like, I was like, what the fuck? But I was like, great, I got another joke now. But I didn't know she fucking wrote it down. I'm like, God damn it. But it's just shit like that there's a kernel of truth in. The only thing that there's not a kernel of truth in is my opener that I probably have to get rid of when I lose enough weight. I'm losing weight now. So,
I love to hear it.
But I topped out at 413.4, so I hit the scales pretty hard. COVID, like the pandemic, really fucked me because I didn't leave. I didn't walk for 10 months. Basically,
Oh wow.
I just stayed in my apartment,
Mhm.
and then the stroke happened, which in the middle of those 10 months.
Damn.
But when I started walking again, I'm like, why the fuck am I so tired? But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, what I was saying, see, I jumped from fucking top of that. But I was saying, like when you knew me, or you still fucking know me, but
Yeah.
I was more like 340, 350,
Okay.
and then fuck it, I ballooned up big time, you know. So I put on the pandemic. I was fat already. I put on the pandemic 40 or whatever. But see this, give me a second. What the fuck was I originally talking about? Like, the kernel of truth horseshit.
Yes. You said you had to change your opener when you lost enough weight.
Yeah, I'm glad you're a good host. Get the fucking asshole back.
Thank you. I try.
No, but my opener, and I'm spoiling it for everybody, but I get on stage, I'm a large man, and I said I am a vegan, and then I go into other bits, and it always works. That's the only one everybody knows I'm fucking just saying horse shit. You know? But it works. It gets you all going, because I'm a big believer you want to get them as quickly as possible. That way, they'll give you the benefit of the doubt if later on they don't think something's funny.
Okay.
It's comedy 101 for all you young comedians. I don't know why I keep pointing at the fucking screen, but anyway.
I don't see you point at the screen, so it's okay.
Okay. Oh, you know.
Yeah, no, whatever you see is what I see.
Oh, okay. No, I said I keep pointing to the screen.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck did he say?
Yeah, okay.
No, but on the not giving a shit, some dude, because I was really trying. I have a podcast called "Why Am I a Knicks Fan?" ? But I was paying the fees on Facebook to advertise, so I got some comments. Like some dude said, "It's a really unoriginal, stupid name." I was like, "Really?" That's the only reason I'm doing a podcast is because I thought of a funny name.
Yeah.
I was like, well, now I got to do it. I thought of a fucking name.
And then there's like just some asshole.
I'll be releasing another episode because I've been on break since the season's end, but the draft's tomorrow night. So
Monday,
or this Monday, next Monday, whatever the fuck it is. Be on the lookout for that now.
Nice. Okay. Nice.
No, but as far as it took me years because I hated myself for so many years. And so I was super sensitive. Since I already hated myself, if somebody said, oh, I didn't like that, I'd be like, I'd agree with them. Finally, for all the young artists, if you can reach the point I'm at now, like basically Insane in the Membrane, little shout out to Cypress Hill. See, that's my music. But it really is beneficial because you just do your shit, and if they hate it, then okay. I thought it was funny, you know.
Yeah.
Or I thought the song was pumping. Or I do need to see, I'm so stupid. Is he on Apple Music? Because I want to listen to his shit.
Mark, yeah. Mark is on Apple Music. He's on all major streaming platforms. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll remember to do this. I'm allowed to check. My mom messaging all the kids. God damn it, ruined my podcast. I didn't even fucking read it. I'm like, I'll get to it later. Love you, Mom.
Shout out to Mama Miller.
No, I like it. I was like, if he knows her name, I'm freaked out
No.
now.
I do not. I cannot say I do. Don't worry. What's it called? But yeah, no. One tip I would have. What's up?
No, I was gonna say because I just found out about this. You're a writer too. It applies to you too. Yeah.
Big time. 100%. Like when you're creating anything and you're giving it out, you always got to think that it's the best shit ever. You always got to be your number one fan, your number one motivator. Like it certainly helps to have that exterior, that external support.
Paying you and the shit sucks. Yeah. Just cash that check, baby.
100%. Sometimes you just got to chase the bag. But if you're like me, like I just post my writing on blogs. I don't make people pay for it. I don't think I'm at that level yet.
You don't have a paywall?
No, I do not have a paywall. I don't think I've put enough stuff out or justified having a paywall. I also believe in like
what is like you just like if something in the news like George Floyd getting killed, do you talk or what creates you to write, or what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Like, what gives me that inspiration? And also, like, what do I write about? When I started it, it was originally the first thing I ever wrote on there was a stream of consciousness piece that I was just thinking. Oh, excuse me. I was just thinking about Sunset Park. And while I'm doing this, actually, let me check my own audio settings to make sure that I have.
It would be so hilarious if you didn't record anything.
I wanted to make sure that I suppress background noise. Okay, I'm probably gonna cut this part out. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
With me going through, because I'm trying to figure out.
Anything funny then.
I'm just trying to figure out what exactly.
Now it's still a work in progress, so you're still learning everything.
Yeah, for sure. I thought, okay, noise reduction will be minimal. Okay, noise reduction will be okay.
All right, should we?
This will increase my CPU usage. Let me put it at medium. Okay, I just left it where it was, so that honestly kind of ended up just being pointless.
See, now you got to leave it in. Yeah. This is hilarious.
Yeah, no.
Spine tingly.
Yeah, not gonna leave that in.
Will he leave it on or regular now?
So what motivates me to write? Oh no, well that was what I was answering, but what I was talking about was my first piece. I just came back from a doctor's appointment. And I was biking around. I was living in Bay Ridge at the time. And
you gave the neighborhood.
Oh, I said was.
Oh, good
context clues.
Shit, we were playing ping pong and you just won. Not just kidding.
Yeah, 30 love. Oh, what's it called? So I was biking around.
Wait, how are you up 2 points? All right, I'm just kidding.
Listen, man, I'm just that good. Where was I?
Hilarious.
Yeah, so I was biking around Sunset Park, which is I didn't grow up.
Where you currently live, not.
I didn't grow up in Sunset Park. I spent a lot of time there for sure, though. A lot of my best friends grew up there, so every summer I would go ahead and go there. It's a very big Latin community as well, so I would go eat there.
I stayed at a hotel one time in there when I got kicked out of the city for lack of payment on a rent. I was living with my sister in Maryland at the time.
Yeah.
So I came up because I still had a lot of connections up here, and I explored the neighborhood. I spent way too long telling that stupid story.
That's okay. Yeah, no, it's a really great place though. Like I was biking around I
noticed a lot of like Asian. Was there a big Asian community?
Yeah, it's as time has gone on because it also borders Chinatown in Brooklyn.
There's a Chinatown in Brooklyn? Oh wow, I'm learning, man.
I think there's a Chinatown. I know there's one in Brooklyn. I know there's obviously one in Manhattan. Staten Island, I don't know. Bronx, I'm not too sure. Is there one? I know
they have a little Italy of the Bronx because everybody says, is it Arthur's is like phenomenal up there? I think I don't know, but I've heard Arthur Avenue. Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too. I'm honestly. I've been to the Bronx a handful of times, and nothing against the Bronx. My dad was born there. It's the birthplace of hip hop. It has a very interesting.
Are you interested to see the museum in the Bronx, the hip hop museum?
Oh, there is a hip hop museum in the Bronx. That's right. Honestly, now that you bring it up, I would definitely be interested in going.
It's definitely open, or are they still constructing it?
I have no clue. I honestly forgot it existed until you reminded me just now.
I'm not going until Vanilla Ice is inducted.
Wow. For Vanilla
Ice. That's funny because
inducted.
I act like I'm racist. I only like white rappers, but I was just talking about a guy who was horrible.
Oh man. What's it called?
You're never going to get through the story because
I'm not. Where was I? Okay, so yes.
Sunset Park.
Yes, I was biking around the actual park because my friends and I always used to go out there, like watch the sunset, look at the city at night. It's got a
wait. There's an actual sunset, like a great spot to view the sunset.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah, in Brooklyn specifically, the two places I know best are Owl's Head Park and Sunset Park. So my friends and I used to go up there, watch it, and if it wasn't like around sunsetting time, we would just go and look at the city skyline because at night to see this huge, just the way the Manhattan skyline looks in accompaniment to the downtown Brooklyn skyline, it's just a beautiful image. Honestly, you can't even tell like where downtown Brooklyn ends and where like Lower Manhattan begins.
Yeah,
And
one reason I loved New York as a kid, I love tall buildings.
yeah,
I'm overcompensating for something now. No, but there's this club that I need to slim down. It's called the Tiny Cupboard, but they do rooftop comedy in Brooklyn, Bushwick, I think. So you're doing your stupid small penis jokes with the skyline in the background. But the problem is you have to go up the fire escape to get to it. And I'm like, nah, not at this weight. Let me get under 200 pounds and I'll go right up.
Oh, so have you been there before or no?
I've been to. They have a ground floor church.
Okay.
It used to be a church performance spot.
Oh, okay.
But they also have rooftop comedy that I really want to perform at because I love the skyline. You know.
Yeah. That'd be really scenic too.
Now I'm a Knicks, Mets, Rangers fan. I won't say what football team because they're the Patriots. I didn't realize when I was growing up that New York and Boston hated each other.
Yeah.
But my brother was a Patriots fan, so I started. They lost in Super Bowl 20, and I saw him crying, and I felt bad. So that's my origin story for the Patriots. But I love buildings. Yeah.
It's at Sunset Park. It's one of the best views in probably the city, in the entire city, or in at least the tri-state area. And I was just biking around it, and it didn't look the same as how it used to when we were younger. There's a new playground now. One of the iconic spots that we used to look at the city through was halfway demolished. I was riding through
like some high-end condos or something.
No, they expanded the playground and they got rid of what I thought was like a real, just a well-known monument. There was this, anybody from Sunset Park who's lived there for a long time and listening probably knows what I'm talking about. There was a sprinkler in the shape of a sun, and it was in the middle of the playground, and it was just a sprinkler, you know. Kids would go from the neighborhood, would go dance in the sprinkler or like get wet or whatever. But it was iconic because it'd been there for so long, and it wasn't there anymore. It was a completely new playground.
Basically, it's sunset. It sunsetted.
Sun.
I don't know. You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, no, you tried. I'll give you that. I'll give you the A for effort. And when I was biking through, I saw that there was a new playground. There were a bunch more people who were attending the park now as opposed to when we used to go. There were a lot more cops around the neighborhood. I saw a few homeless men drunk by the stairs, laying out on the meadow, and it kind of didn't look like what it used to anymore.
Depressing.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for anybody because I mean, a lot of us are just one paycheck away because I don't have shit in savings, you know, from all being there, all living on the streets. I just.
Yeah, for real.
I'm very thankful.
No, I don't blame you, man. Like from my own experiences as a kid, like just learning how close anybody is to really just losing everything. It's crazy. Sometimes all it does is take one bad day and you can lose almost everything.
Fire and you're fucked, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I experienced a fire just a few years ago. And it was a crazy event. It took me a while to get over. Because so
you have some PTSD?
I did for a little bit. I'm
sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. I've moved past it, and I learned how to cope with it and how to deal with it. And I'm in a much better space now than I used to be. But there was a time when I would just be sitting down anywhere, like around a friend's house or whatever. Honestly, just anytime I heard ambulance, like I heard EMS sirens, because when I woke up, I couldn't see anything.
Oh my God.
It was pitch black in my apartment, and my little brother woke me up. And when I opened my eyes, I couldn't see anything. So I was like, fuck.
I'm sorry to me.
No,
it's
okay.
You're opening up, but
yeah, thank you.
Because I'm super. Since the stroke, one of the deficiencies is I don't handle stress that well. So I'm super sensitive. It's like somebody with a peanut allergy now. If like I get sad, I kind of just.
Oh man, am I making you sad?
Huh? No.
Okay,
I'm talking about me. Like something like My mom's like in the hospital type sad.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't. Yeah, my bad.
No,
No,
don't
but
worry.
I just can't handle. And my mom's fine. I was just saying, or
God bless, that's
something
good.
like recently I had to tell somebody the truth, and I hate that. I just had to tell them I didn't want to do something.
Yeah.
And that affected me. I actually had to leave an eye appointment because it was taking so long.
Oh, wow.
And I'm super against masks. I hate them. So don't get me started on that shit. But I told them I'm starting to have a panic attack. I'll see you. Can I just? They were like, "Oh, do you want to get some lunch?" And I was like, "Yeah." I just never went back. And they called me and said, "The doctor's looking for you." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm at home. I'm not coming back." But no, I'm super sensitive to like the PTSD you're talking about because any little thing can. I'm just like, fuck. I've learned how to cope with it too. Because I'm like, why? I'm like, okay, like anything. This is just anxiety. I know now it's just anxiety. You're all right because I'm so like I'm having a heart attack,
Yeah.
But it's just like no, it's just anxiety, So
yeah,
but I've had to learn too.
Yeah, it was a learning process for me too, trying to be as careful as my words was possible with anyone really, because I never wanted to say something that might like affect someone or remind them of something or just trigger them in general. I would try to be really mindful of that now. But yeah, no, for me, a big trigger was hearing the ambulance because I remember
it's
hearing
kind of like fireworks for like somebody who served in the Marines or something,
Yeah.
It's horrible for them.
Because when I told my little brother to call the ambulance because my dad was like out cold from smoke inhalation. He's okay. He's much better.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah. But he was out cold from smoke inhalation. So it was just my little brother and I. I told him to call the ambulance while I tried to get the smoke out. So I opened as many windows as I could. I got my little brother out. I was covered in soot.
Was the fire in your apartment or down below?
It was in the apartment.
Okay, yeah, that makes it even more horrible. Yeah, I guess that's worse.
It was so thick with smoke in the apartment that when the fire department finally came and cleared everything out, and the smoke was at least like it had dissipated, I was able to see that the light in the kitchen was actually on. I couldn't see it before. It looked like the light was off, and the only light I could see was the light from the flames. But the light in the kitchen was on the whole time. Yeah.
This kind of last night, and it was a funny situation, way funnier than yours, but my parents had to call the fire department because they had a locksmith coming, and my mom turned on the porch light. They live in a house, just so she could see where she was walking.
Yeah.
And unbeknownst to her, there must have been a bird's nest in there, and a spark caught it on fire. So a neighbor who just happened to be sitting across the street called 911 and was pounding on the door. She didn't know the whole house could have burned because she didn't know it was on fire.
Yeah,
it's just kind of apropos that you were talking about this, and I really appreciate because I'm interested in this type of stuff. So, but like I said, if it hits anything too sensitive,
don't worry. I actually wrote about it in Enrique's entries. Like when we were talking before about like the kind of stuff that I write. It started off as like stream of consciousness piece, like a few of those. Like one I wrote about my friends and such. And how seeing Sunset Park like all dilapidated and not what it used to be, it made me think about growing up with my best friends from middle school, most of which I still talk to. But at that point in time, we weren't as close as we had been. And I thought about like how we all contributed to each other's upbringings. And I thought about where I was then, where I was now, and all of that. And then
now, is it enriquesentries.com where people can read the blog or?
It's enriquesentries.substack.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Substack, I've heard people talk about that. That's for like writing and stuff.
Yeah. Newsletters, blogs. Oh, excuse me. I use it because it's free. You can like put your stuff behind a paywall, but like I said, I also believe in freedom of information. So I like to make my stuff as accessible as possible.
But you got to also know your value too.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I don't think
I've heard horror stories with comedians, like the same thing with music. You just want to just do your thing and you sign your name away. Like
Yeah.
like let's say I had this like killer set and I sign away, or how the fuck. Yeah, they get all my material. I forget how it works, but it's like Bill Burr talks about to tell young comedians, keep your material, because the minute somebody starts making money off of you, it's no longer your material.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I'm exploring self-publishing my writing as well. Like when I finally am done with my novel and I choose to like publish it, because it's kind of like how you were talking about in music or in comedy. Like I know in rap it's really common. Like rappers will practically, like you're saying, sign their stuff away because they'll get stuck like having the record label owning their masters, so they control their music and they make more money off the music than the person who made
or their father, little Britney Spears.
Yeah, or her father.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, stuff like that is something I'm always trying to be wary of. So that's why, like, especially with the podcast, I make sure that I own all of it. Yeah, because I never want to do something that will.
I'm so gullible. I'd be like, you want my stuff? Where do I sign? I'm just kidding. I've signed actually one because I didn't really care about the material. I guess I could use it, but I signed one. I've signed 2 contracts in my life for different projects, and I hope they don't hear this, but I signed Miller Mark, but that's not is my legal signature. Does that mean, is it the intent on what you sign? Because I'm not going to sue them.
I don't know. If you want me to,
do I have to change my legal signature?
I don't know. Honestly, that's a good question. Like if I wrote, I don't think it's forgery. Honestly, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Yeah, because I'm not the type of person. I'm like I said, I'm a genuinely nice guy that I don't try to fuck anybody over.
Yeah.
And I don't see me saying, no, I didn't do it. I would just own it that I did it, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Until an agent gets in my ear and I'm like, holy shit. Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think Google might be able to help with that because I have no clue. That's a really interesting question, though. Let me know when you find out the answer.
Yeah. Hopefully, after I'm getting paid and I'm suing them, not for more money. I don't know why I'd be suing them if I got paid, but anyway.
Yeah, no, where was I? But yeah, no, the fire and that experience is something I've been pretty open about. I've posted about it on social media. I've posted about it in my Substack blog. Yeah.
No, I definitely want to read it because they sound like 2 topics I'm interested in, like personal gentrification type shit. Or I mean, that's what you're basically with Sunset Park. It was gentrification, or
a gentrification has definitely played a huge role in the like it's hard to call it the dilapidation of the neighborhood because it's kind of like a subjective point of view as somebody.
Oh, yeah, that's like, interesting
because as somebody who has grown up there and saw the Latino stronghold, I call it a stronghold because there's not very many communities left like that. So labeling it as a stronghold to me represents like the importance of it. Because I mean, yes, I'm all for multiculturalism and everything, but I think the beauty of a place like New York, New York City to be specific, is the fact that we have so many different cultures and so many different communities, like all encompassing in this one space. But I also enjoy like how there is a Chinatown, you know, there's a Little Italy, like there's all these cultures have their own like
segregationist now. No,
I'm playing. But yeah, like it, like to have for all these cultures to have like their own communities, I think is also equally important, you know, because
actually that's interesting because I was talking to I think you worked with him. I won't say his name just in case, but he teaches English to immigrants. And one of his frustrations is that they really, if you want to learn English, you should go to like Iowa where you have to speak it.
Yeah.
But they stay in their own little communities and then they don't really learn. And that's one of his frustrations.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
they don't watch TV or what. They just watch Telemundo or whatever. It depends where they're from, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird that Chinese speakers are watching Telemundo, but we don't know.
I understand that. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. By the way, I actually I was talking to him. I think just this past weekend. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if he wants his name out there or not, but we'll just
Let's just say it starts
shout out
with
to
the letter
you.
J.
Yes. Shout out to Mr. J. But
That's
yeah,
hilarious. I didn't know if you worked with him because a lot of times I don't know whose paths crossed each other.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no,
like,
we worked together.
Fucking know.
I had him. He was also on In Orbit. He was on the second season in the Lonely Universe podcast with Matt.
That's right. Yeah.
He was in the second season.
Are you and Matt booting that up again, or is that done?
It's probably done. I know as good friends as we are, like the guy's like my brother. I think we're just on different career paths right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was acting, wasn't he?
Yeah. I know he's pursuing acting or something like that. Or something like that. I'm gonna cut that part out. I'm gonna cut that part out. But yeah, no, Matt
is to keep the friendship now.
Matt's doing good, but as far as
I see his post, he's wildly in love and everything. So
it's great for him. I'm really happy for where he is at this point in life. But I don't think that
wildly, I meant badly, but whatever.
I don't think we'll be restarting In Orbit anytime soon.
Okay, cool. That was a cool podcast.
Yeah, it was. We definitely had something going in there. Unfortunately, things happen. We couldn't control the circumstances which were holding us back. And
I just
tried. We tried.
I just love it because I knew nothing about comic books and I was coming from left field with my opinions.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, you mean Adam West is rich? All right, I mean Adam West fucking Batman. Fuck it, what's it? Bruce Wayne. I fucking blew it.
You're not wrong. Adam West did play Bruce Wayne.
I had a fucking joke
mm-hmm.
that I told a comic book friend, and he was like, "You got to use that." I said, "Do you remember? I don't know anything about it, but Batman went down on Catwoman and something."
Yeah, I heard about that recently.
And well, anyway, I said it made me think: what's harder to find, the G-spot or the backhand? He was like, "Fuck,
that's good. Yeah, you should use that."
Yeah, but I have some other because they said heroes don't do that, and I was talking to dude. I was like, "Heroes do that."
No. I think Batman.
Yeah, but I'm not getting into some sexual podcast now. But because I know you like the comics and everything.
Don't worry. I
sounded like an old man because you like the comics.
You like the comic strips and those books and thingies with the
pictures on pages. Now. I don't know why I'm turning into Bill Cosby, the worst fucking guy to turn into.
Oh yeah, no.
Little pudding pops. No.
What's it called? Yeah, no, that was a really fun podcast too because Matt and I loved nerding out. We had no problem talking about that shit. We used to talk about it all the time. So it was kind of like just spreading the wealth and spreading the knowledge. He and I definitely
really, what the pandemic taught us. Mm-hmm. I wish there was a Joker to explode. Well, I guess it was more the George Floyd killing and everything. It was like the Joker kind of was creating all this anarchy everywhere. So it was kind of a foreshadowing, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was definitely last year was certainly an interesting time. I actually. My first episode of Enrique's Entries, my cousin and rapper, his name's C4. We did a podcast. It was the first episode.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, for sure.
Like it said, maybe I have to look harder, but it was like season 2, episode 2. There's a season 1.
Well, it's for relaunch purposes. It was a lot easier to just call it season 2. Season 1.
All right, that makes sense. I was like, boy, I missed all of this.
Nah, don't worry. I honestly didn't even think about that until you said that just now. So I probably have to go back and I should probably rethink that. But I think keeping it a season 2 for now is just a lot easier to organize it as. It was just the one episode. But to kind of like I said, relaunch, like kickstart it back up again.
Yeah.
I was just more comfortable saying season 2,
Oh yeah, no. It could, like you said before, I can't remember, but it could be your thing. Oh, the cold intro where you're not saying you're recording.
Yeah.
I was just wondering. I fucking missed something.
Oh no, you're good. Don't worry. What's it called? Where were we? I completely forgot what we were talking about. I'm a terrible host.
Your Substack and gentrification. Latino strongholds.
Yeah.
We might have been past.
Yeah, we kind of bounce all over the place a little bit. It's okay.
Just call this the Schizophrenic Podcast with Miller Mark.
Let's see. So why don't we talk about your creative process? How has that changed post? Because you told me that you said that the stroke really affected how you wrote your material and your sets better afterwards. So
well, it was just the problem with I was funny before, but it was kind of more robotic.
Okay.
Where what the stroke really did was humanize my set.
Okay.
And now I can do the robotic parts on top of the humanization. So my career has taken off since then.
Nice.
And I'm writing still. I write the first thing when you're 40, and I started like really doing it at 35. The comedy saved my life through it. I can't thank it enough. But I knew I wanted to start doing it. I had an epiphany at Radio City Music Hall, but because of I battled depression and OCD and everything, I didn't really take the stage until I guess 2015. Okay. And then I would do like 5 minutes like year 2. So people are like, how long have you been doing comedy? I'm like, I have to say a lot of comedians do off and on. I kind of calculate my time as about 4 to 5 years, even though it's been 6 to 7. But let's see there. Where yeah, so actually I lost my fucking point. But yeah,
I was talking about your I asked you about the creative process. You said that your set you were robotic at first, but after the stroke it kind of humanized your set. So there was equal parts humanization and like your robotic nature. And that you were really taking off.
What the fuck point was I making? It'll come back to me eventually. But yeah, no, so it really humanized me because I know what I was saying. I knew it would come back to me.
There we go.
The one, when you're so old starting out something, you kind of got to learn quick and like you have to take that direct route to everything. You can't be vigilant. You got to be point A to point B, not B circle around to point A.
Yeah.
Or, A to B, whatever.
Yeah, no, I think you got to you just got to go and do it.
One thing I learned was stuff has to be short. Like a lot of young comedians put too many words and like it's a funny premise, but you got to cut the fat. That's one thing younger comedians don't learn. Now, my problem was I overcorrected it. And I was joking with this other comedian. He was like, you cut too much fat. Because I was just like, set up punchline. Because one of my favorite comedians is Rodney Dangerfield.
I remember that.
Hopefully everybody knows him. But he's a big set up punchline guy. I'm not a great storyteller. Like, I'm talking about like Chappelle is really funny. He sets up a story. I'm just like, joke, 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 joke. Okay. So I learned quickly that that's the way to do it. The problem is it can be cold and just like kind of robotic. Now, the robotic part is I'm still trying to be me on stage. I'm still uncomfortable up there. People are looking at you,
Oh, yeah. No, being on stage is so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, one day I'll get there, but I was robotic because of that. But then I started liking my style because I have a unique style where I don't give a shit. I don't do crowd work. I don't really care. I'm better at if somebody yells something, kind of reacting. Yeah. But I'd rather the crowd not be there, just they laugh from the other room. Because I'm a OCD guy that my stuff is like I'm reading a script. Yeah. My problem is when it looks like I'm reading a script, that people aren't laughing as much. Okay. Like, it's like, that's just how I like performing. Now, like this type of setting, the natural mark comes out. Because I'm boom, 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 boom. I'm actually pretty good at improv, but I'm so scared to go there. Now that I've reached this point where I don't give a shit anymore, it's only going to enhance my overall comedy. Yeah. I was supposed to be in a show where the audience asked questions, but I got fucking sick. So I had to let them know, one, nobody wants me being like,
no, definitely not.
But so I'm hoping to get in it again. It's run by my friend Dwayne Burris Jr. It's a very funny premise. It's actually at the Bushwick Public House. So in your neck of the woods, I don't know what neighborhood, but your neck of the woods.
Yeah, we can say that. Sure.
Yeah. You're moving to the Lower East Side after this conversation.
Yeah, we're out of New York.
No, but it's just I want to see. I really want to see how I react because I'm no longer nervous with anything I do. I have an acting coach.
Nice.
Shout out to Ashley Morris. She's a phenomenal comedian and actor.
Shout out to Ashley Morris.
And actress, but a lot of acting is mental. Where it's just like you can't give a shit. You got to react. And you have to hear what the other actors. She's teaching me the Meisner method.
Okay, what's that?
I'm sounding really fucking pretentious now.
No, honestly, like, go ahead.
No, it's a method of acting that's basically like it's more natural because it's more like I hear what you say, I ping pong my answer back.
Okay,
it's the best way to describe it, rather than being like my line is A, B, C, D,
Oh, so it's kind of like just internalizing your lines and reacting as though you're your character.
Yeah, and hearing it. I haven't reached that part. I need a few more lessons, but that's how I interpret it. I actually have another lesson, I think Tuesday, August 3rd.
Nice.
On a Zoom. She saw my other, because I used to have the camera, I used to have the computer over here so you would see over there. She's going to get a new view of my apartment.
Nice. Look at that. Make it look like you moved. New digs. No, just a new angle.
Yeah, because I had the cable guy come, and anytime somebody moves something, I like to rearrange it so I don't feel like it was worthless. And he had to move a desk to get to the cable thing.
Okay.
This is phenomenal. Interesting, I guess you should say.
Yes, this is the kind of content we love consuming here. I'm all for the nuance.
I almost said Andres again. Got Enrique's injuries. I can't fucking say the word.
Maybe I'll name the episode that episode 3. Miller Mark, Enrique's entrees.
I better get a casserole out of this.
I mean, I am a pretty good cook. Don't get me wrong. I could call it Enrique's entrees.
No, but I really thought, I was like, what are we going to talk about? What I like to eat?
We could.
Everything from the looks of me.
That's what the next episode will be. The next time we link up a new one, we'll do our favorite dishes and such and recipes and show people how to cook them.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
You're the new Julia Childs or Child?
Honestly?
Childs. It might be Childs, fucker.
I got no clue. I just know I only know about her from that movie that Meryl Streep played her in. I think it was called Julie and Julia, I think is what it was called. But
all right, we don't need to.
No, it's okay.
We've already lost too many listeners due to our Mets talk.
Yeah, they're probably gone by now. But for those of you who are here, thank you. Okay, we talked about your the creative process and the humanization.
Oh, actually, I'll just add on. My creative process has always been the same. It's just I think of an idea, I record it on the phone, and then I'm like, listen to it later. I'm like, ooh, I can take that. Like the genuinely nice guy versus a real nice guy stuff. Yeah. And then I'm agnostic, so I think it's funny. I'm gonna work in about I was out because I hate men that wear like flip flops and sandals when they're not at the beach. So I'm like, once I heard the Savior and his 12 friends wore sandals, I was like, I'm out, So it's just shit like that. I love thinking of stupid stuff,
Yeah, no, for sure. That's really funny. Just the way that you said that. It's just like, I hate when guys wear flip flops and they're not at the beach.
And they're usually as fat as me. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I mean, we know you're lazy because you're as big as me. But actually, I just fucking demonize all fat people. I lived up to the stereotype because the stereotype is they're lazy when it's clearly a mental problem. They're depressed or whatever. So sorry about that. My bad, brothers.
What's it called? Yeah, no, I remember you saying just a little bit ago, you were talking about, I think it was how you were scared to do improv, but you were talking about like expanding upon like your comedy. Those weren't the exact words, but that's kind of how it sounded to me. I know because when I write, it's usually like long form stories, or like I used to do short stories when I was in high school. But as I got older, I wanted to do more long form, which is something I tried doing when I was a little kid, like around, I think I wrote my first story when I was like, my first like real story with chapters, and I was 11. It was really just a bunch of fight scenes accompanied by dialogue. I thought that was cool, but I never.
You still have it, and like,
oh yeah,
have you reread it?
Oh fuck yeah, I reread it a few times, and makes me laugh every time. I would write inside composition notebooks. It lost its cover, so it's just like the back cover and like the front page. So I try to be really gentle with it whenever I have it. But
the Writers Hall of Fame will want that. I don't know if there's such a thing, but
shit, if there is, I certainly hope they will, because it is a terrible, terrible story. But it was It was really great for me to do that because I was still able to get stuff out on paper. And like just as like pure creative expression.
Working that muscle.
Yeah, for real. But like the issue when I was younger was that I never finished anything. I would write these stories, get bored of them, and then move on to the next. I don't know. I always thought that maybe it just had something to do with my work ethic, which I don't think is necessarily the case because I write a lot.
I similarly in my adult life, I had the same problem. I had so many ideas and then never saw them. Weight loss programs. I've changed my nutrition plan big time, and it's sticking. And
nice.
But I would restart because with OCD, maybe you have a little OCD. I want everything to be perfect, So I'll restart. Now that didn't go, but restart. So I know the struggle.
Yeah. And I would just end up moving on to different projects. So when I was in high school, my senior year, I made it a point that I was going to write a novel over the course of my time there. So I managed to do it. It was inside of a smaller notebook. So in terms of like, I'm a pretty technical person sometimes. So in terms of actual like page length, yes, it counted as a novel. It went over the 162 page mark.
That's the definition.
Yeah, after 162 pages, it becomes a novel. I think it's between 115 and 161. It's like a novella. But after that, it becomes.
Now, is there a word count that you have to hit, or just page count?
I don't know. I think it's page count. I think the story that I've been writing and have been putting on my Substack, in terms of words, I think I'm somewhere in like the 30,000 mark, maybe. Which for me is like kind of impressive because I have never really kept count of the words like that. But like I found myself doing it as I was writing my chapters. Because
no, it's just 30,000 but it still counts.
Yeah. What's it called? Yeah, no. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Okay, I remember now. I never really kept track of word count unless like when I was in college and I had to do an assignment. You had to do like 1,000 words or at least 2,000.
Did you study writing in college?
I studied English in college.
Oh, cool.
English and Puerto Rican and Latino studies were my majors.
Oh, that's right. You did mention that.
Yeah. I in terms of like studying writing, not exactly. I had English 1010, English 1012. I think I had English 2000 something, a few of those. And so like to a degree, yeah, I studied writing. Like they would show me how to do sites and like the MLA. Wow, geez, I'm like going to the reaches of my brain. And like MLA format and all that shit. But
that's like me with automotive repair because I worked at an automotive spot. The products like Track Auto and Advanced Auto Parts. And I knew how to do a battery and different small stuff. I don't fucking remember now. Change oil and shit.
Yeah, because you haven't done it in forever. So it's kind of like, I'm sure if you...
I haven't even driven in like 6 years now.
I've never driven. So you got me there.
Cool. Yeah, you are a New York boy now, or New York City.
Yeah, I take the train everywhere, man. Especially since I've had Apple Pay on my phone and been able to tap. I haven't bought a Metro card in so long.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I've never used that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it certainly comes in handy. Like when you're like me, I live near train stations. I can go ahead and get the Metro card. I haven't had any in a long time, so
Are
well,
there
I have,
enough? Are there enough stations? Does every station have it now?
yeah, every station has it
Oh,
now.
I'm gonna
That's
start
why.
using that.
Yeah, I was really I was a little hesitant to do it at first.
Wait, so you just go in front and then it takes from your Apple Pay,
I don't know where my phone is. Did it?
or do you need the app or something?
Uh, no. So Apple Pay, it's not an app. It's like your phone.
No,
Do you
but
have
I have an iPhone. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like when you just double tap it, like if you have your card on your phone in your phone wallet, and you go ahead and like tap the Omni device that they have, it'll just like just as if you're buying something at the store, that'll count as your fare. It'll say go, and then you go. It's on every bus. It's at every train station. That's when I waited to use it too, because I didn't want to go ahead, take a fucking train, and then have to hop on a bus, and then I don't have a Metro card, and I look like an asshole, you know. So I waited for it to be everywhere before I started using it. But now that I have been,
No,
so
now
convenient.
that you told me, I'm gonna start using it because I hate fucking carrying that Metro card.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. And then when you don't have it, you got to buy a new one and then get the dollar fee for it. Yeah,
Now,
I'm over that.
I don't know why this probably is not like exciting to anybody, but every time you tap it, it's just 275 minus 275. You don't buy another like card on your phone.
No, you don't have to buy a card on your phone or anything like that. So like say I'm going on a bus right now, tap, it says go. If I went and looked at my bank account, it would say MTA pay go minus 275, whatever the fare is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, like
I find this interesting.
So do I. Like I like the nuance and the mundane things that people don't often think about.
I asked you, and I'm like, "Fuck, we're on a podcast. Why am I asking?" I could wait till the end, but I said, "Fuck it."
It's all right. It happens. What was I talking about though? I was talking about. Oh yeah, so finishing my stories and stuff. I never really did that. We were talking about like the novels. So yeah, I finally finished one in high school, and I still have it laying around. I actually see it on my bookshelf. I haven't read it in a while, so I'm probably going to do that soon. But now with this one that I'm writing, well, I'm currently writing the 6th chapter, and before that, like the 5 that are up, I think it in total it encompasses like between 25,000 and 30,000 words. I'm comfortable saying that because I know the most recent chapter when I wrote it on Google Docs, it was like 22 pages, and it was single spaced. So I wrote quite a bit. Yeah, I wrote a lot.
Hey, I hate to do this. Can we just pause for a second? Because I got to get up and I'm wearing.
Yeah, that's fine.
My ass is killing. Okay, yeah. I was like, I don't have to okay it. I guess I okayed it before.
Yeah.
All right, we took a little break, man.
Yeah,
I'm fucking hosting this shit.
Don't worry. You're good. We took a little break. When nature calls, you must answer. So we just paused for a little bit, but we are back and better than ever. And I am getting a scam likely call. Let's hear this live on air. Dobbs Ferry, New York. What could that be?
It's the Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Let's go. All right.
The Headless Horseman. I'm just kidding.
Hi, this is Rachel from Dealer Services. Your file just came across my desk, and it looks like you're losing coverage.
Wait, can I guess?
Some fucking
student loans.
No, it was it just said I'm at risk of losing coverage, whatever the fuck that means.
Oh, so it must be the auto insurance one.
Yeah, for the car I don't have.
You don't even know how to drive. You need auto insurance.
Exactly. Like imagine.
No, but the reason you went to the bathroom, but the reason feeds into something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I actually hate watching comedy because I'm really out of shape and my ass hurts. And people are shocked, but I'll watch it if it's supporting a friend of mine. I'll do that all day, all week long or whatever. Mm-hmm. If I'm in pain, I don't really care. But if I see enough comedy, I'm on shows, I'm watching comedy, but to sit there as an audience member, I'd rather, for lack of a better thing to say, blow my brains out. because I'm big. The tables they always pack people in, my elbows in somebody's fucking food.
Yeah, I got you.
In that vein, I will be going to a show August 9th to support a comedian at Gotham Comedy Club.
Nice. Okay.
But also what happened was I saw a friend of mine is recording his album. He's a comedian out of St. Louis. So I just made a stupid comment, and that's technically not technically. When I think of what I want to achieve, because when you're starting out, you just like, or at least I just want to be as funny as I can be, and that hasn't changed. But I don't care about like selling out Madison Square Garden. I would love it if it happened. All I want to do is have enough material, which is usually minimum. We were talking about words. For an album, I would say 45 minutes at least. You might be able to get away with 30.
Yeah.
So either one, it's a big enough chunk. So. So that's my goal. It's my dream to record my own album.
Okay, nice.
My cousin, who unfortunately passed away a couple months ago, and
oh man, I'm so
that
sorry
was
for
another
your loss.
thing.
What's the last one?
Yeah, hello. He had a couple albums, and it was just we grew up together and everything. But I would just love when you're on Apple Music, you put Miller Mark in, and an album comes up. I don't know how people do like multiple specials because maybe I started out too old, because a lot of those guys, like fucking Kevin Hart has how many specials,
Yeah.
It's just like, that's why they always say with artists, like music too, the first album is everything that got you to be that point.
Yeah.
So you have a ton of shit. Then how do you do it again?
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, especially like trying to replicate that magic. I feel like there's always that thing people talk about, the sophomore slump. Like I know,
because the thing I'm learning is do material that kind of tells everybody who you are.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, how do you repeat that? Like wash, rinse, and repeat. And so all I want is just one album. That's my goal.
Just one and done.
Yeah, I would love the tour and everything, but my number one goal is just one album.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I would love live Miller Mark live. Oh, I forgot. The reason I'm saying this is because I already know what my album name is going to be, because a comic that was kind of coaching me told me, "You're a friendly asshole," which is perfect because I love making fun of people in a friendly way. I don't mean anything I'm saying, but I'm like, I want Miller Mark, the friendly asshole, live from Gotham Comedy Club,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
To dissect it, I've dissected myself numerous times. I grew up on sitcoms, and I still love sitcoms. If you watch, they're all fucking assholes. Like, even if they love each other, it's just make fun of each other.
Yeah, 100%.
So obviously that got embedded in here. Yeah, that's my philosophy.
No, that's awesome though. Honestly, I see that for you in the future, Mark. No matter how long,
thanks so much.
Of course, like no matter how long anything takes, the journey is always the fun part, And then getting
Miller
there.
Mark live from the nursing home. It's coming out next week.
Imagine.
I tell you, this applesauce sucks. Now,
how does that happen anyway? Because like I've seen other people on Instagram talk about like doing album recordings at places, and I've always wondered like how does that work? Like recording a comedy album. Like, could you expand upon that if you don't mind? Because I don't know any logistics of that whatsoever.
I don't know too much either on the smaller scale.
Okay.
I know if it's like a big dude, Bill Burr, somebody, he might have 3 shows and they kind of cherry pick the best reactions.
Okay.
What he he's very involved in editing. It's the same material, but it can be said differently, said
Oh, yeah.
better. And then as far as just like a small, lesser known comedian,
Mhm.
you do similar stuff. You have a couple takes, and the club, you have a relation, you're past at the club, you have a relationship with the club.
Mhm.
It'll help their business because
Yeah.
people want to hear, hey, that's my laugh on his album.
Yeah.
Actually, I could hear it. My friend over, that same guy that called me the friendly asshole, he recorded a Zoom show album, like kind of
Oh.
revolutionary during the
Interesting.
pandemic.
Yeah, that's really
So
avant-garde.
I could hear, I was like, that's my laugh. I'm like, that's me.
That's hilarious. That's really interesting. I know a few people
I don't
who
know
put
if it sold better than, he has a regular album too. Dustin Chafin, check him out. Very funny dude. He
Okay,
actually
shout
just
out to
moved
Dustin
LA.
Chafin. Oh, wow,
He
nice.
actually just moved to LA, and he was embedded in the New York comedy scene. He knows the ins and outs. He was coaching me,
Mhm.
teaching me the ways of the wise man. I don't know where I was going with that, but he gave me a lot of knowledge. And a big thing, I always have low self-esteem, low confidence. And when he said, we were talking about cutting fat earlier, and he said, and I told him I'm not a great stage performer, and he's like, you know how to write a joke, and that boosted my confidence big time. Because the stage stuff to me is the easy part.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
it's the writing of the material is the hard part. Now, somebody who's great on stage might have a 180 take on that and be like, nah, for me, writing is hard, you know.
Mhm.
But I'd rather, for my sake, I'd rather have the material. I just need to loosen up, have fun with the audience, and get wild. All right.
Hey, I mean, like the power of self-reflection is really, well, let me rephrase that. There's a lot of power in self-reflection, you know, being able to recognize.
It too much. I do it way too much. It's actually held me back.
Mhm.
I'm great with it now. I love who I am now.
That's
I'm
great.
self-reflecting on, man, I am good.
This is so meta.
No, but I love that fact about me that I'm just analyze every day. I'm looking at the box score, you know what I mean, for a sports reference.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got 3 hits today. I went 0 for 4 or whatever it is. I stick with any bullshit I talk about. Like I said box score, I just kept going with.
Hey, man. I mean, like, you know what works for you, and that's great because there's still people who are trying to find themselves or trying to find their rhythm, you know?
Oh, that's a good thing you bring up because a lot of younger people where we worked, I met so many younger people and become friends with them. And I hope they understand it's just that not love, but love, you know, I'm not in them or whatever. Yeah. I always tell them, don't stress out if you don't know what you're doing. I didn't really find out and didn't start doing it until I was 35. You have plenty of time. But a lot of people that graduate college are like, I got to do this now. I got to do this now. I got to find what I want to be. And it stresses everybody out.
Yeah, it's like that with a lot of my generation. Yeah, 100%. Because
the path will find you. Your path will find you is a better way to say it.
Yeah.
The yellow brick road will hunt you down.
Yeah, no, I mean, more often than not, like people are going to come across what's calling to them, I guess is the better phrase to use. I think.
Because I love New York so much. I moved up here.
Back into it. There we go. Astro over here, my cute little kitty, stepped on the keyboard and paused.
No way! Yeah. I thought we just hit a time limit.
No, we didn't. We didn't. He yeah, no, I'm sorry. You definitely please pick up where you were though.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I was talking about.
You were talking about how fuck.
I hate when cats hit the stop recording. This is going in the blooper reel.
Yeah, this is gonna stay in for sure. Oh man. Oh, Astronicus, my boy.
No, I think I was talking about the path will find you.
Yeah, like
your path will find you.
Yeah, not to stress out.
No, because I know what I was gonna say. I love New York City so much.
Yes.
Right when I worked at the rural carrier for the post office because it paid really well. I hate saying the rural. I shout out to 30 Rock. They did a thing where she got a role in the Rural Juror, and she could never say the fucking title. But I saved up money, moved up here when I was 22, and I mean, I'm involved with local politics and stuff.
Yeah.
I just love the city. I'm not one of these that wants to hit it big and then move somewhere else.
Yeah.
I love every aspect of New York City. So
It's
when
amazing.
I moved up, I was like, how am I gonna make money? Bartending, I did a little of that. But I wanted to be a boxer.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't take care of myself. Like for 6 months, I was actually in pretty good shape. But then I wanted to be heavyweight champ. It was also an excuse to eat. But I was so depressed and everything. That's where all my weight comes from, just straight up depression. And my epiphany happened when I realized I have a hernia now. I've had multiple hernias.
Oh, wow.
I was sitting at a comedy show, Radio City Music Hall, and I just loved the energy in there. And that's when the epiphany happened. So
Nice.
that's what I was getting to, that you just never know. Now, my cousin, who was he wanted to be a comedian when he came out of the womb. So he knew what he was doing. He was passed at the Comedy Store, one of the most famous clubs in the world in LA.
Oh, wow.
Mine was different. He always told me, "You're funny." Because he tutored comedians. He's like, "You got to do it." Finally, the epiphany happened.
Yeah.
So all you late 20s, early 20s, just have fun. That's what I try to tell people. I hope they understand it's just an old man like helping them and they don't get pissed at me or something,
Yeah, no, it's with good intent. And I feel like more often than not, that's what's needed. People need to hear that sometimes, whether they really like it or not.
I wish I listened to some things my older brothers and sisters told me about high school. Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I actually had an accident in my pants. I'm not getting into that story, but I thought it was the fucking end of the world. Nobody even knew it.
Yeah.
I was lucky because somebody else had a problem like that, and they were wearing white jeans, and they had to switch schools.
Damn, that's wrong.
Also, I'm very open, as people can tell, because I'm not depressed. I'll tell you whatever you want. Now, I last this long in bed. No, all right, that was way too fucking
TMI.
I need a shirt that says that. I am the definition of TMI. But
oh man.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Like, what are your goals? Am I allowed to ask that, or is this whole podcast?
Yeah, no, you can ask me the
leading
question.
up to it. Like, do you want to publish a novel or something?
Yeah. I want to be a published author in 2 years. I want to self-publish my novel. I anticipate being done by then.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned about that. It's a lot easier now, right? Isn't there a website you pay like $40 or something to have it published or something?
I haven't, as much as I talk about wanting to do it, to be honest, I haven't really, I haven't gone through and actually looked at how to do it. I've been saving that more for when I'm done.
It's a lot easier now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know that at least. It's a lot more accessible and easier to do. So however I need to do it, I'm going to do it. I want to be a published author in 2 years. I want my podcast to take off. I know it's going to. It's just a matter of when, And what else?
See, that's the confidence I have now in me, which is it's what people need.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not arrogance. I always tell myself. I talk to me a lot, but
there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I tiptoe. I don't like to be. I hate arrogance. Even if you're backing it up, it's just it makes me sick. But I'm like, no, I can say I'm funny. It's just like that's a huge achievement to make. So I'm glad you have that confidence. Though.
Thank you.
I won't buy your book, but I'm glad you have it.
Got it. Yeah, I am. So I want to publish my novel. I want my podcast to be listened to by millions of people. And I want to build a home. Yeah, pretty simple as that.
Now, like Puerto Rico or something?
Oh, no, preferably here in New York. It might be a little difficult in a few years considering how everything's going. But I want to build a home.
I thought, oh, wait. I thought you meant literally build a home.
That's I want to build a house. Like
You talking about with your hand?
Oh, fuck that! No, I have people do it for
That's
me.
why I was like in Puerto Rico.
No.
I thought you were gonna buy like some plot of land in the country.
Mm-hmm. maybe a little further on down the line, but first I want to build one here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I had you like the 3 Little Pigs or something.
definitely not. No,
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
wish you luck. Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to get it all done. I anticipate a lot of that being done by the time I'm 30.
Okay, cool.
I think 8 years is a long time, and especially if I do it.
Change, yeah.
Yeah, a lot can change in 8 years, and especially if I do everything. Yeah, shit. Yeah, look at what happened in a year and a half, or 18 months rather. But yeah, no, those are the things that I want to accomplish.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to publish more books down the line. There's certainly
and
like
I'll
some
definitely read it. This is why I'm a friendly asshole. I have to knock my joke down.
It's all right. I'd like to publish more things as life goes on. Maybe dabble in movies again.
Wait,
TV
why don't
shows,
you just
possibly.
have a book where they buy the rights and you can watch your movie?
Yeah, no. I don't know if that's something I would do. Like sell the movie rights or the TV rights. I don't know. I feel like I'm not 100% in tune with all the legal stuff behind that. But I do know that
I'm part of a project that I can't talk about, but I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, when we tried making
contracts and everything.
Oh, we didn't do any of that. But when we were doing in development with Lonely Universe and everything, it was really, even though it didn't end up happening, it was super beneficial because I learned a lot about what needs to be done when you're making a movie, all the technical aspects. I got really handy with
talking
cameras.
About like LLCs and all that shit.
Oh yeah, that too. We did that with Lonely Universe. But everything else,
I'm learning about using SAG actors and everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I didn't get in depth. Like
well, you're younger. You're way younger than me. That's it.
Yeah, we didn't.
To be honest, I didn't know any of it. I've just signed on to this project, and I'll announce it soon. But I'm really excited about it.
That's good. I can't wait to hear more about it, man.
Okay, cool.
Excuse me.
When Enrique's Entrees season 3. Nah, just kidding.
Enrique's Entrees season 3. No, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll have a little meat for you. All right, that was so stupid.
Oh man. Okay. So we've been talking for a while now. Yeah. I think we're gonna probably end it around here. Awesome. What are some of your final thoughts? What's something you want to leave the people with, Mark?
That I'm the funniest motherfucker on this planet. All right, I'm just joking.
Let's say it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm just kidding afterwards is like, no, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, for lack of a better term. This was had so much fun for these 17 hours we've been. Now for these 3 months, had so much fun being on here. I mean, I won't say that this was longer than the Civil War, but it's a podcast.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there.
No, but it's great seeing you, and thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for being on, man.
Wait. Mark remembered to put in his handles.
Yes.
So you can follow me.
Yes, go ahead. I was going to ask you, but go right off. I have no problem with you just going on and doing it.
Yeah, basically you can listen to my podcast, Why Am I a Knicks Fan? You can find it on all major platforms. The handle is at Why Am I a Knicks Fan for everything but Twitter.
Okay.
It's at YMI Knicks Fan, I believe, because it was too many letters. And then as for me, you can follow me at TheMillerMark everywhere, or Miller Mark on Facebook. So yeah, that's it. I think that's it. Yeah. That's it.
All right. Thank you again, Mark. It really was a pleasure having you. I can't wait to have you back on, especially when you go ahead and announce your new project. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a great idea. When it's official, I'll contact you.
Most definitely. Yeah. Thank you, man. This has been a wonderful time. I'm so happy you were able to make it on again. I've said it already, but I'll say it again. I can't wait for us to get back together. And this is a really great conversation. I can't wait for the rest of the people to hear it, man. This is awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah. And you know where to find the podcast, but I'll say it again, everyone. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube with the video cast. you're already listening, so you know where to find it. But for my writing, you can find it at enriquesentries.substack.com. You can find me on Instagram at Enrique Ortiz __. And thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.